Took her to the beach. She went from the sand, jumped straight into, dived straight into the water. Next minute she yelled, ah, ah, ah. There was no rocks, no nothing. And then her front paw was like this, just hanging
so
out.
it's not her back?
No.
Yeah.
Had to go and pick her up and get her out.
Whoa. She's done a real number on this. Oh yeah. Oh, it's cracking. Yeah. No, sure like that. That is swollen.
Yeah.
Oh, Bubby, I'm sorry. All I can feel is a whole lot of bones scraping against bone. Not just one, it's like a bag of marbles all hitting each other. I'm not liking this at all. Having a feel, it's a bad fracture.
Yeah.
I hope there's no bone cyst or bone cancer. If the bone's very soft, we're not going to be able to put this together again. The only way we'd save it would be to amputate if it's very bad.
Oh dear, sure.
The prospect of losing Maxie is devastating for Ruth and Nat, who haven't been without a German Shepherd for 60 years.
We'll x-ray and then we'll make some decisions about what we can and can't do.
Okay.
But the first thing is to manage the pain, give her an anaesthetic and take it from there.
Never mind. It's going to be hard. We love dogs. What do you do?
She'll be here for a little while for sure, yeah.
Okay.
Come on, Max. Good
Uncle
girl.
Rob will look after you.
Come on, baby.
Always does.
Come on, sweets.
Let's turn her over gently.
Good girl, good girl. Whoa. Boom. I'm trying to pull that bone straight of it.
In Sydney's Outer West, Rob and Nurse Anne are about to x-ray German Shepherd Maxie, who appears to have suffered a serious fracture in her right front leg.
Oh, I feel this like a bag of marbles. Just push on there. Just bits. There's pieces everywhere. I don't know how many bits we've got.
Poor Dallin.
X-ray. Oh, wow. Oh, this is terrible. How on earth did she do that? So she's fractured, the bottom part of the humerus fractured off, and the bit that's left has been split down the middle, and that fractured piece has rammed down through those two pieces. Oh, gosh, how will we put this together? So it's fractured right through there on what we call the humerus, your upper arm. Plus the upper arm has pushed down into the elbow itself. This is a really nasty fracture. I can't even tell how many pieces are there. The more I look, the worse it looks. How are we going to do this? Ready?
Yep.
As surgery gets underway,
Good girl.
Rob is mystified how playing at the beach could have caused 4-year-old Maxie to shatter her elbow so catastrophically.
I don't know what we're going to find. I've never seen a fracture this bad from just getting hit by a wave or jumping into water. Dogs are pretty strong, so I'm worried there may be something else causing the whole problem. Okay, here we go. You just feel the bone grating just as you just lift a bit of muscle up. Grating on bone everywhere. Oh, gosh, look at this. There's just bone fragments everywhere. It's just terrible, isn't it? So my concern here is that I'm trying to find all these pieces and put them together. If I can't put them together, it could well end up being an amputation. The only way to save her life and give her a reasonable life is to amputate this leg. See if I can get her back together. I don't know. Oh boy. All the muscles have contracted and pulling the bones where they shouldn't be.
Helped by Nurse Anne, Rob will try to realign the broken bones, then secure them together with a series of screws and pins.
Some people say that orthopedics is like carpentry work, trying to put everything back together, but this is carpentry after a major earthquake. But we seem to be getting into it okay. I've getting the feeling I'm going to be able to get it together enough so that she keeps the leg, but she's not going to be able to walk without a limp. So the fracture is just horrendous. We'll just try and get these bones together now. I'm going to hold it together as best I can. Just keep it as straight as you think you can. Don't press on it too hard,
Okay.
but sufficient to get through the bone. Stop.
Stop.
Now grab the screw that I picked. It's supposed to be self-tapping, let's hope so. Is it going in, do you think?
It feels like it's going in.
Good, keep
in
going.
easy, I think.
Good, good, good.
That's as tight as I can do it.
Okay, that's fine, that's fine. It's lining up pretty well. Surprisingly pleased.
You can
If
see
you have a look, you can see the bones come together. We're in with a chance. Getting that first screw in, and I've got those two big pieces on the side of the elbow. They've come together nicely. Now if that holds, starting to get some light at the end of the tunnel at the moment. Okay, now we're going to try and keep it like that. Pins, 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 pins. Okay, just wants to slip off, doesn't it? Whereas before we had it all lined up.
But just as Rob's hopes are rising,
Now, our screw is coming apart, I think that's the problem.
there's a major setback that could cost Maxie her leg.
Yep, our screws come apart. Very worried now. The bone doesn't seem to be holding, it just seems to give way. I think the bone is soft. I'm going to try a bigger screw in the hope that that might help, but if it doesn't, then we're in trouble. A screwdriver, please. Damn. Got to hold this together now. Okay, that's in good position again. Try, see if you can get that screw in, or if we need to do a bigger hole. Give it a
there,
try.
wasn't it? There.
Yeah, just see if it'll tap in. I don't know if it will. This is just getting so difficult. Like every time I put something in, it just falls apart. It's becoming really hard. It's been a long, long surgery. Been here over 2 hours, and every time I put a pin in or a screw, it looks like it's holding, but it just comes away so easily. Go again. Try again. No, I'm not going to do it. Does it?
No, I'm putting,
Too much pressure.
yeah.
No good?
No.
No, come out then. All I'm doing now is fighting to save a leg. That's all we're trying to do here. If we can achieve that, that'll be fantastic, but gee whiz. A lot more fragments than we thought. Everything's sort of splitting everywhere, and it's getting to the point where we're going to have to ring the owners and say, do we amputate? Not where I want to be. I think it's time to call it a day for trying to salvage this joint. It's time to just live out her life with 3 legs. Get Nad on the phone for me.
Reluctantly, Rob calls Maxie's loving owner Nad with the heartbreaking news.
Nad, it's Rob.
Yes, sir.
The bones are soft, they're falling apart. I've tried and tried and tried to put together, it just keeps falling apart.
The pins you put in won't
No, it won't, nothing's holding, it just keeps falling off, and it's time to take this leg off. But that's all we can do to save her life now. I'm so sorry. It's hard because I've known Nad for a long time and I've helped him with a lot of cases, a lot of different things. They've all gone well. So, I feel gutted that, I can't save the leg. All right, Annie, let's do it. It's amazing that she would just fracture the bone this badly. Oh, so dreadful. All right, that's that. Save that to send some of that off to pathology.
Samples from the leg will be sent to the lab for testing.
She's been through enough.
Rob fears a sinister reason why the 4-year-old's bones broke so easily.
The more we delve, the more fractures there were, and some softness in some of the areas of the bone. That worries me now for the future. Maxie, I'm just worried that maybe that softness is telling me that there's something else going on. I now think I'm putting up a fight to maybe save her life. It could be that this is a fracture from a cancer. If that turns out to be the case and it's a primary cancer and we've got it now before it spreads, that could be a bit of a godsend. I don't know. We're just going to wait and see.
I'll be back in 2 seconds.
Good girl. Good girl, Maxie. Oh no, Papa.
At Rob's clinic in Sydney's West, it's almost a week since Maxie had her front leg amputated. And her adoring owner Nad is anxious to see his new look old friend.
Shocking. I think it's the first time I haven't had a dog for 6 days. It's not the same. You don't know what to do, actually. You're just lost, completely lost. Something's missing.
Dad, how are you?
Oh, my little girl.
Whoa, your dad's over here, Princess. Oh, there he is. You'll be happy to go home. Be happy to go home.
That's a good girl. Yeah, that's a good girl. That's a good girl. Yeah, that's a good girl. Yes, I know.
It was pretty upsetting when I took the leg off. I felt pretty depressed, pretty down, to be honest. What was pleasing was virtually within 48 hours, jumping around on 3 legs. No one told her that she was missing a limb. So she was just as fast as ever. She was just really going for it, doing really, really well. Even with a missing leg, she's full on.
Yeah.
I think it was nearly the next day. She was out on the grass with me, running around. I had to try and keep up with her.
Yeah.
I just couldn't believe it. She's accepted it and she's quite happy.
Deep down, I'm just sorry to see her like that, but relieved in a way. I think Bob's put the magic on her. She seems just like nothing happened to her.
But I have some news about this. We couldn't understand why she would fracture a leg just going into the surf hard.
Yes.
So I sent some bone away to the pathologist.
Yeah.
It's come back why it happened. She had bone cancer
Is she?
right in that area. I've x-rayed her since. I can't find any more.
Yeah.
There's no sign of it at this stage. And because what happened, it unwittingly saved her life.
Yeah.
Regardless of how long she may or may not live now, she's back with her own, and look at how happy both of them are. They're just bonded together so much. It's really quite a beautiful thing to be part of that, to be able to help. Yeah, I feel really good about that. Been lonely, I guess.
Lonely, all right?
Without her, broken-hearted, I guess.
Yes, thank you.
Pleasure.
Thank you, Rob.
Come on through now.
I've got to learn how to walk with her now.
Yeah.
It's a relief. We haven't heard the dog barking for 6 days. It's always was something missing, you know. So it's good to have her back. It's joy. It's like the family's completed now. Very good girl.